God speaks, saying, "Dear child of heaven, take a moment to reflect, for I am about to share something that has been concealed in silence for far too long. I, Archangel Michael, the guardian of light, appointed by the Almighty to protect your soul, come before you today with trembling hands and a heavy heart. For generations, angels have been entrusted with the sacred secrets of heaven. However, the veil has been drawn back today. For the first time, I am granted the opportunity to reveal what has remained hidden. This message reaching you is not merely a coincidence, it is a divine orchestration. Your eyes have been chosen to see these words, for heaven has decreed that the time of concealment has ended, and the truth must now flow into your life like water. Pay close attention, for I do not communicate of my own will, but because the very voice of God reverberates through my spirit. Many nights have seen me circling your name in flames in the heavens, whispering prayers over you. You may have questioned why your heart felt unrest at midnight, why tears fell without clear reason, why you sensed an unseen force at work in your life. It was I, Michael, striving to pierce the veil to convey to you what I am finally able to disclose today. For so long, you have pondered in silence. Why have these things happened to me? Why do I feel betrayed by those closest to me? Why does my spirit sense something hidden behind their smiles? Today, dear one, God has given me the permission to unveil the answer. Yes, it is true, someone you trusted, someone you allowed to see your heart, has acted behind your back. Their words may have expressed kindness, but their actions carried a shadow. They wore the facade of loyalty, yet behind that veneer lay a hidden decision, a silent act that impacted your destiny unbeknownst to you. I reveal this not to instill fear or sorrow, but because heaven decrees that the season of secrets has come to a close. What was once buried in silence is now being proclaimed in the clear light of truth. For your name is inscribed in the book of miracles, and with that, all concealed things must be brought to the forefront. Do you feel the weight of these words? Your spirit senses their exceptional nature. This is why your body remains still as you hear them. This is why your heart races. Deep down, your soul recognizes the resonance of heaven. Dear one, I understand how difficult this is to absorb. You have loved, you have trusted, you have given your soul to those you believed would safeguard it. Yet behind the veil, actions transpired of which you were unaware. Heaven witnessed it. Heaven recorded it and awaited the opportune moment to enlighten you. The truth that God has unveiled is not intended to disrupt the connection you believed you had, but rather to protect the future that He knows you truly deserve. Sometimes, the act of revealing truth is the greatest kindness that can come from the heavens. It is far wiser to acknowledge reality now than to build fragile structures on unstable foundations. What was once fragile has been laid bare, but what is enduring is ready for you. Beloved, that steadfastness will not lead you astray. Raise your eyes, your heart, and your expectations. God is transforming the narrative of your trust. He is removing those who pretend to be loyal and bringing forth those who embody genuine love. You will no longer find yourself alone. No longer will you offer pieces of your heart to those incapable of cherishing them. Instead, your life will attract the kind of love, loyalty, and support that reflects the very essence of heaven. Allow me to assure you, the very person who underestimated you will soon find themselves witnessing God's elevated perception of you. They believe they could hinder your progress, but in reality, they have disconnected themselves from the blessings that accompany being by your side. You are chosen, you are set apart. Today, heaven affirms this not by hiding the truth, but by revealing it with love. As I conclude this part of the message, I encourage you to let your soul find peace. There is no need for you to fight, argue, or defend yourself. The unearthing of truth is not your battle, it belongs to heaven. Your only obligation is to keep your heart open, to forgive and release burdens, and to step into the miracles that await you, already inscribed with your name. Your name is recorded in the book of miracles, and no act of betrayal can erase it. Beloved, I must delve deeper now. Heaven continues to urge me to convey this message, and your spirit remains receptive, yearning for the truths you have sought throughout your life. I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you, and as I speak, you may experience a quickening of your heart, a tightening in your chest, or even tears flowing. Do not dismiss these sensations as ordinary, they are confirmations from heaven that I am imparting profound truths. You are not here by mere chance. You are hearing these words by divine orchestration, for God has inscribed this moment in your destiny. For years, you have trusted with sincerity. You extended your love unconditionally and gave generously without seeking recognition. Yet, there was someone you confided in, someone you believed would protect your reputation, who made a secret choice that betrayed your trust. In those instances, heaven witnessed everything, and God meticulously recorded the wrongdoing. I was designated as your protector, even amidst the shadows of that very situation. Though you may not have been conscious of the silent betrayal, its weight on your spirit was tangible. You experienced sleepless nights, disrupted days, and a relentless replay of incomprehensible conversations while your soul quietly sensed that something was wrong. Let me be perfectly clear. What transpired in secrecy is not hidden from heaven. The actions taken in concealed places are already inscribed in the chronicles of divine revelation. Although the betrayal caused you pain without your heart realizing it, heaven ensured that it did not break you, rather, it orchestrated the most significant turnaround in your life. Indeed, pay close attention. The very situations that the adversary aimed to exploit against you are now being transformed into your testimony. What was meant to obstruct your progress is evolving into the cornerstone of your elevation. The quiet betrayal you suffered is on the verge of becoming a public declaration of your breakthrough. Yet, you must be willing to open your heart, dear one. You must embrace the full truth. For I, Michael, was not permitted to reveal this knowledge until now. I was instructed to wait, holding in my hand a scroll at heaven's gate, sealed by the Almighty Himself. I could not utter a word until God decreed, "Now reveal it to my cherished child." And here you are, actively listening, absorbing, feeling, shedding tears, and healing. The individual you trusted most wore a mask, displaying warmth, smiles, and reassurances, while behind your back, they spoke words that undermined your destiny, making choices that disrespected the love you shared. You wondered why certain doors shut unexpectedly, why blessings appeared delayed, and why there was a sense of spiritual unrest despite an outwardly calm exterior. This revelation serves as your answer. This was the silent betrayal. However, do not allow bitterness to settle in your heart, beloved. Do not let anger overwhelm you, for heaven has already addressed the situation. God reveals this truth not to incite hatred but to pave the way for your liberation. For when the truth comes to light, the lies lose their power to confine you. And once liberated, you step into the fullness of your divine inheritance. Dear one, understand this: your inheritance is not merely material, money, property, or wealth. Instead, it consists of divine favor, opportunities that no one can obstruct, doors that open without qualification, peace that surpasses understanding, love that heals every wound, and restoration of what you once feared was lost forever. This inheritance is rightly yours, and heaven is delivering it to you now. The betrayal you faced was permitted only to reveal who genuinely stands by your side. Once this truth is exposed, nothing will impede your progress again. I see your tears, beloved, and I feel the weight in your heart. Yet, I also perceive God's light breaking through your surroundings at this very moment. The atmosphere is shifting. Your home is now enveloped by angelic presence. Your name resonates within the courts of heaven, and the book of miracles has been opened with your name inscribed in golden ink. Do you grasp the significance of this? It indicates that your next chapter cannot be stolen. It reveals that your story is being rewritten by the author of life himself. It signifies that even if some have left, heaven is dispatching new companions to walk alongside you. Every seed of pain you have borne is about to flourish into a bountiful harvest. Beloved, I did not intend to withhold this revelation from you, but God directed me to wait until you were ready to receive it. This moment is divinely ordained. While the betrayal you endured was painful, what lies ahead, a miracle, holds far greater significance than the suffering you experienced. One day, you will reflect and say, "Now I understand why I faced that challenge. Now I recognize why God allowed it to happen." For without those moments of breaking, you would not be positioned for this blessing. Without the betrayal, you would not be poised for this miracle. Child of heaven, let me impart this final message for now. The hand that caused you pain will no longer hold power over your life. The words spoken against you are being nullified by God's voice, declaring blessings upon you. The future that seemed appropriated is being returned to you in abundance. Stand firm. Lift your eyes. Dry your tears. Heaven has chosen this precise moment for your restoration. Beloved child, listen closely. Heaven continues to speak your name. The truths that have remained hidden for too long are now emerging, much like the sun rising above the horizon. I, Archangel Michael, have not come to instill fear or confusion, but to illuminate you with God's revelation. Today is not merely another day, it is sacred. Heaven has awaited this moment with patience. The veil that clouded your understanding of the events surrounding you is now being gently raised, like a curtain drawn back. For too long, you have questioned yourself in silence, struggling with the reasons behind certain relationships draining you and why certain individuals made you feel burdened despite their smiles. You may have even criticized yourself, wondering if you were too demanding, offered too little, or simply misunderstood. But no, beloved, the truth lies not in your shortcomings. The reality is that someone close to you, someone you trusted implicitly, has woven a web of deception around you, all while heaven observed from above. I witnessed it. God has waited, biding his time because timing is the key that unlocks the door of divine justice. That moment is now. This is precisely why this message has reached you at this instant. God's timing is always impeccable. Had he disclosed this earlier, your heart was not prepared. Had he revealed this too soon, it would have shattered you before you possessed the strength to endure it. But now, heaven acknowledges the strength that has blossomed within you. The prayers you uttered during your darkest hours have built walls of light around you. You may have felt vulnerable, but dear one, in the spirit realm, you are stronger than you realize. And because of this strength, heaven has said, "Now, Michael, go and deliver the truth. Share the secret that has lingered in the heavens. Reveal what I have seen behind closed doors. Inform them of their betrayal, but also assure them of their restoration." Oh beloved, restoration is on the horizon. You lost trust, but clarity will return. You lost innocence, but wisdom will emerge. You lost peace, but a double portion of joy awaits you. For every secret acted against you, heaven is preparing a miracle to encompass you. Do not let your soul tremble in anger or sorrow because man's betrayal is always the precursor to God's blessing. Each time someone closed a door behind your back, heaven was opening a far greater one before your eyes. As I speak to you now, beloved, I witness the pages of your destiny turning. I see angels surrounding your name. I see God's handwriting inscribing words over you, chosen, protected, favored. And I hear the Almighty's voice declare, though they acted behind your back, I stood before you. Though they whispered against you, I proclaimed your honor with thunder. Though they attempted to cloak their deeds with lies, my truth now shines radiantly like the midday sun. Understand this secret is not meant to shatter you but to liberate you. For too long, you have lived in confusion, questioning why circumstances shifted inexplicably. Now, you understand and can step into the miraculous awaiting you. For, dear one, the betrayal of your trusted ally is not the conclusion of your narrative, it is the inception of your elevation. Just as Joseph was betrayed by his brothers and sold into Egypt, that act of betrayal positioned him in the palace, similarly, your pain will become the foundation for your promises. Child of God, do not gaze backward with bitterness but look forward with holy anticipation, for a miracle has been scheduled on your behalf. Even now, as I speak, the heavens are aligning circumstances in your favor. Doors that were once locked are being opened. Those who were blind to your worth are now being guided by heaven to honor you. Delayed blessings are now being swiftly released. Do you perceive how everything transforms once the truth unfolds? This secret is no longer a shackle, it is a key, and with this key, heaven is unlocking miracles for your life. Oh, beloved, embrace this truth. Do not let fear or despair encroach upon you, for man's betrayal pales in comparison to God's restoration. You stand on the brink of something beyond your imagination: pure love, divine opportunities, peace that transcends understanding. And today heralds the beginning of that new chapter. Today, heaven has whispered your name into eternity. Today, the book of miracles has turned to your page. Today, the secret that was hidden from you is disclosed, and your journey toward freedom commences. Beloved child, as you hear this, do not scroll away or let your thoughts wander. This is not a fleeting moment, it is heaven knocking at the door of your heart. Allow it to enter, allow it to settle, and witness how your life will transform profoundly. Beloved, lean closer to these words, for they are not merely ordinary phrases assembled together, they are the living flames of truth that God Himself has placed upon my lips for you. When the heavens unveil their message through a messenger like myself, Archangel Michael, it is always with intention. Nothing here is arbitrary or superficial. Every word is meticulously selected, crafted, and spoken into your ears because your life has entered a sacred chapter that is unlike anything you have known before. You find yourself in a space between what has succumbed to the past and what God is preparing to bring forth before you. The truth I convey today is not intended to instill fear but rather to liberate you, to dismantle the invisible barriers that have kept your doubts concealed in silence. I understand you have carried heavy questions in your heart, questions you seldom voice due to the fear of the potential demands answers might impose upon you. Yet, I assure you, there is no need to shy away from the truth any longer. For truth is the singular key that can unlock the joy that is inherently yours. The divine timing of this message from heaven is a testament to your spirit's maturity, which is now capable of embracing its significance. Your soul possesses the resilience to stand firm in the wake of revelation. What I am revealing to you is not meant to diminish your strength but to awaken you to your true potential. Dearest one, there exists someone in your life presenting a facade of loyalty, yet the celestial realms have long documented their conflicting intentions. This revelation is not meant to sow bitterness within you but to liberate you from ignorance. In the presence of ignorance, delays arise. God has witnessed the setbacks you have faced, moments when you could have ascended higher, when doors could have swung open faster, yet unseen restraints hindered your path. Today, those restraints are being severed. The individual you trusted, the one who wore a smile while concealing ulterior motives, is now exposed. Do you know why? Because that which dwells in darkness always trembles in the presence of God's light. And you, beloved, are now enveloped by that very light. Do not perceive betrayal as your downfall, rather, view it as the final affirmation that heaven has destined you for greatness. For those who linger in shallow waters elicit no envy, but those who are meant for ocean depths will inevitably stir storms. Your ability to provoke storms is a mark of your anointing, not a curse. Let me remind you of moments that may have seemed perplexing. Recall the times you sensed an unease within your spirit, despite there being no visible reason for it. That was not mere anxiety. It was your soul perceiving the fissures that lay beneath the smile of someone dear to you. You dismissed those feelings because you wished to believe in loyalty, for your heart has always been purer than the actions of those around you. However, heaven has recorded these truths and awaited this day, the divine revelation when I, Michael, could confirm that your spirit was never mistaken. You were discerning the concealed truth. Allow me to offer you comfort. What they did cannot tarnish the blessings designated for you. Their whispered deceptions hold no power to nullify the divine decree over your destiny. Their secretive actions will soon be revealed, not to humiliate you, but to elevate you. For when onlookers witness how God raises you even after betrayal, they will understand that your success is not orchestrated by humans but divinely ordained. Beloved, I share this with you because God desires you to walk into your future with discernment rather than blind trust. Love deeply, yet safeguard your heart wisely. Give generously, but exercise caution in whom you trust. Your journey ahead requires companions of integrity, not false pretenders. Know that heaven is already preparing those who will stand beside you with true hearts. You will recognize them by the peace that flows from their words, the sincerity reflected in their eyes, and the safety your spirit feels in their presence. The individual who schemed against you believed their actions would ensnare you. Instead, it will become the catalyst for your elevation. Every act of deception brings forth a double portion of blessing for the child of God. And you are that child, you are under heaven's protection. Your tears have been counted, and your silent nights have been acknowledged. Do not weep in regret, weep in relief, for today the veil has been lifted, and you are stepping into clarity. Allow me to impart something important for you to hold dear. God has not revealed this truth to shatter the relationship you believed you had, but to safeguard the future He knows you are worthy of. Sometimes exposure is the greatest kindness heaven can provide. For it is far better to recognize the truth now than to construct fragile foundations upon shifting sands. What was unstable has been unveiled, but what is steadfast awaits you. And, beloved, that steadfastness will not betray you. Lift your gaze, your heart, and your expectations high. God is rewriting the narrative of your trust. He is removing those who feign loyalty while sending forth those who embody true love. You will no longer walk alone. You will no longer offer fragments of your heart to those incapable of caring for them. Instead, your life will attract the kind of love, loyalty, and support that reflects the very essence of heaven's heart. Allow me to assure you, the very person who underestimated you will soon witness God overestimating you in their regard. They thought they could stifle your advancement, but in reality, they severed themselves from the blessings that accompany being by your side. You are chosen, you are set apart. Today, heaven confirms this not by concealing the truth, but by revealing it with love. Beloved, as I conclude this segment of the message, let your soul find rest. There is no need for you to fight, argue, or defend yourself. The revelation of truth is not your conflict, it belongs to heaven. Your sole responsibility is to keep your heart tender, to forgive so that you remain unburdened, and to walk forward into the miracles that await you, already inscribed with your name. Your name is in the book of miracles, and no act of betrayal can erase it. Beloved, I must delve deeper now. Heaven continues to urge me to speak, and your spirit remains receptive, yearning for something you have sought to hear throughout your life. I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you, and as I speak, you may feel your heart race, your chest tighten, or even tears flow. Do not dismiss these sensations as ordinary. They are heavenly confirmations that I share profound truths. You are not here by mere chance. You are hearing these words by divine orchestration. You are here because God has inscribed this moment within your destiny. For years, you have trusted with a pure heart. You offered your love unconditionally, extending your generosity without seeking acknowledgement. Yet, there was someone you held in trust, someone you believed would safeguard your reputation, who made a clandestine choice that betrayed your confidence. In those moments, heaven bore witness, and God meticulously recorded the transgression. I was commanded to act as your guardian, even amidst the shadows of that very situation. Although you may not have been aware of the silent betrayal, its burden upon your spirit was palpable. You experienced sleepless nights, disrupted days, and a ceaseless replay of incomprehensible dialogues, while your soul quietly discerned that something was amiss. Allow me to be unequivocal. What transpired in secrecy is not concealed from heaven. The actions taken in hidden corners are already inscribed in the annals of divine revelation. Though the betrayal inflicted pain upon you unbeknownst to your heart, heaven ensured it did not shatter your being. Rather, it was orchestrating the most significant turnaround of your life. Indeed, pay close attention. The very circumstances that the adversary sought to use against you are now being transformed into your testimony. What was intended to delay your progress is evolving into the foundation of your elevation. The quiet betrayal you endured is on the cusp of becoming the public proclamation of your breakthrough. Yet, you must be willing to open your heart, dear one. You must embrace the entire truth. Because I, Michael, was not permitted to disclose this knowledge until now. I was instructed to wait, holding in my grasp a scroll at heaven's gate, sealed by the Almighty Himself. I could not utter a word until God decreed, "Now reveal it to my cherished child." And here you are, actively listening, absorbing, breathing, weeping, and healing. The individual you trusted most wore a facade, showing you warmth, smiles, and reassurance, while behind your back, they spoke words that undermined your destiny, making decisions that disrespected the love you shared. You pondered why certain doors closed abruptly, why blessings seemed delayed, and why there was a sense of spiritual restlessness despite an outwardly calm facade. This revelation serves as the answer. This was the silent betrayal. However, do not allow bitterness to find a home in your heart, beloved. Do not let fury overwhelm you, for heaven has already addressed the situation. God unveils this truth not to lead you towards hatred, but to pave the way for your liberation. For when the truth is revealed, the lies become powerless to hold you captive. And once liberated, you step into the fullness of your divine inheritance. Dear one, comprehend this: your inheritance is not solely material, money, property, or wealth. Instead, it encompasses divine favor, open doors that no one can close, opportunities that defy your qualifications, peace that surpasses understanding, love that mends every wound, and restoration that recovers what you feared was lost forever. This inheritance is rightfully yours, and heaven is delivering it to you now. The betrayal you encountered was not allowed to diminish you, it was permitted to unveil who is genuinely on your side. Once this truth comes to light, nothing will hinder your progress again. I observe your tears, beloved, and the heaviness in your chest. Nevertheless, I also see God's light piercing through your surroundings at this moment. The atmosphere is shifting, your home is being enveloped by angelic presence. Your name resonates within the courts of heaven, and the book of miracles has been opened, with your name inscribed in golden ink. Do you grasp the significance of this? It indicates that your next chapter cannot be stolen. It reveals that your story is being rewritten by the author of life himself. It signifies that even if some have departed, heaven is sending new companions to walk alongside you. Every seed of pain you have carried is about to blossom into a joyous harvest. Beloved, I did not wish to withhold this revelation from you, but God directed me to wait until you were prepared to receive it. This moment is divinely appointed. Although the betrayal you faced was painful, what lies ahead, a miracle, is far greater than the suffering you endured. One day, you will reflect and say, "Now I understand why I faced that ordeal. Now I recognize why God permitted it." For without those moments of breaking, you would not have arrived at this blessing. Without the betrayal, you would not have been positioned for this miracle. Child of heaven, let me impart this final message for now. The hand that caused you pain will no longer wield power over your life. The words spoken against you are being nullified by God's voice, declaring blessings upon you. The future that felt appropriated is being returned to you in abundance. Stand firm. Raise your gaze. Dry your tears. Heaven has chosen this precise moment for your restoration. Beloved child, heed my words closely. Heaven continues to speak your name. The truths that have remained concealed for too long are now emerging, akin to the sun rising over the horizon. I, Archangel Michael, have not come to instill fear or confusion, but to illuminate you with God's revelation. Today is not just another day, it is sacred. Heaven has awaited this moment with patience. The veil that has obscured your understanding of the events surrounding you is now being gently lifted, like a curtain drawn back. For far too long, you have questioned yourself in silence, grappling with why certain relationships drained you and why certain individuals left you feeling burdened, despite their smiles. You may have even blamed yourself, wondering if you were too demanding, or if you offered too little, or if you simply misunderstood. But no, beloved, the truth is not found in your inadequacies. The reality is that someone close to you, someone you fully trusted, has woven a tapestry of deception around you, all while heaven watched from above. I witnessed it. God has held back, biding his time because timing is the key that unlocks the door of divine justice. And today, that door has swung open for you. Beloved, let me speak plainly. This person's visage is familiar, their presence has lingered like a shadow beside you. They uttered words of loyalty, yet their actions betrayed you in silence. God, who perceives the depths beyond mere words, has meticulously documented every moment of your journey. please do not harbor any doubt that you have been overlooked. Your tears, shed in solitude when no one was around, have ascended to the heavens like fragrant incense. You may have believed that your struggles went unnoticed, yet rest assured, God was fully aware. Though you felt misunderstood, the divine has always comprehended your experiences. I have been assigned to stand with you, even when you felt my presence eluded you and silent moments led you to question if God had abandoned you. I assure you, dear one, heaven has never forsaken you. Instead, it has been collecting evidence of your suffering, not as a means of condemnation but for your vindication. Can you sense this? Even as you read these words, there is a stirring within your spirit, a quiet reassurance that what I am imparting is not unfamiliar but a confirmation of what your heart has long believed. You are not delusional, your instincts are sound. The unsettling feelings you experienced around certain individuals were signals from your spirit, alerting you that something was amiss. Yet, your love, loyalty, and inclination to see the best in others may have clouded your judgment. These characteristics, dear one, are not weaknesses, rather, they are the very traits that endear you to heaven. Your heart reflects God's, pure, trusting, and forgiving. However, the divine wishes to shield you from further deception, and that is why I am here. This message has been permitted to reach you for a purpose. Focus closely, dear one. The individual you held in the highest regard has not always spoken favorably about you behind closed doors. While they may have held your hand publicly, privately, they questioned your value and doubted your potential. At times, this was not deliberate, their own fears, jealousy, or insecurities compelled them to utter words that caused you harm. Other times, however, it was intentional, driven by their inability to tolerate the divine light radiating from your life. Yet, in His mercy, God has chosen not to reveal their true nature to you until now, intending for you to grow resilient, develop discernment, and root your heart not in others' validation but in the voice of heaven itself. I am here to announce a change is coming. You are about to enter a season where your name will be met with respect. The very places of past rejection will welcome you back. The voices that attempted to undermine you will be silenced, and those who once overlooked you will have no choice but to acknowledge the brilliance of your existence. However, before this transformation can fully unfold, Heaven wanted you to grasp this vital truth. Not everyone who applauded your achievements did so out of genuine happiness for you. Some were merely present to witness your potential missteps. Others lingered close, fearing exclusion. From this point forward, remember that your journey is not contingent upon them. Your destiny was inscribed in heaven long before their opinions held any weight. Resist the urge to foster anger or seek revenge. Do not waste time confronting them. This is not your mission. Your sole responsibility is to maintain a pure heart and keep your vision set on the divine. God will address what has transpired in shadows. The sword of truth has been drawn, not against you, but to sever false connections, hidden motives, and those who sought to occupy your space without genuine sincerity. When the haze dissipates, only those chosen by heaven will remain in your life, not those who merely pretended by habit. Take a moment to embrace the peace entering your soul. Feel the burdens you have shouldered beginning to lift, for recognition of the truth brings liberation. You no longer need to wonder, you no longer need to doubt your intuition or dwell in ambiguity. Heaven declares today, your eyes are opening. Your spirit is sharpening. Your destiny is being safeguarded. Picture it this way: when an artist creates a masterpiece, they often mask layers of mistakes with vibrant colors. To the untrained observer, the piece appears flawless, yet only the artist knows what lies beneath. Similarly, this person you entrusted has crafted a facade, yet God, the supreme artist, perceives the layers underneath. Now, God proclaims, "No more." The truth is surfacing, and your destiny's masterpiece will be unmarred by veiled betrayal. Dear child, understand that this unveiling is not intended to harm you but to prepare you for the future. This revelation is meant not to breed bitterness but to foster growth. Heaven desires you to protect your heart with wisdom, not to close it off. The love you embody is invaluable, and heaven will not permit it to be squandered any longer. This is why I have been sent to remind you of your essence. You are chosen, you are called, you are safeguarded. Even in human disappointments, heavenly protection remains unwavering. Therefore, gather your courage, lift your gaze, dry your tears, for the truth is now revealed. Once heaven unveils something, it cannot be obscured. The light has broken through, and your life is on the cusp of revealing astonishing possibilities that will erase the memories of confusion. Those who conspired against you in private have already faced divine judgment. Justice is in motion, and you, dear one, are stepping into freedom. Attend closely now, for the heavens continue to share their secrets through this communication. Archangel Michael has yet to conclude his discourse. What you are receiving is extraordinary, layered with eternal echoes, imbued with divine truth, and intricately woven with threads of destiny. You are being drawn into a sacred revealing, a moment where the invisible becomes seen, and hidden truths are gently brought into the light. Do not underestimate this divine timing, for in heaven, there are no coincidences. Every element of this message has been crafted for you at this precise moment. Michael leans in closer, his voice carrying the softness of 1,000 dawns while embodying the authority of God's command, saying, "Dearly beloved, you have safeguarded trust like a delicate flame, yet the one you relied upon failed to shield it. Shadows have lurked behind you, yet heaven has steadfastly upheld you. God has chosen this moment to reveal the truth because your spirit has grown resilient enough to receive it." Visualize these words enveloping you, both fierce and gentle, lifting you from confusion into clarity. For too long, you sensed an undercurrent, a glance incompatible with spoken words, a discomfort in the silences, an unspoken weight behind empty promises. Now heaven confirms you were not imagining these signals. Your spirit perceived dangers long before your mind could understand. Do not let your heart grow heavy, beloved, for although betrayal has brushed against your narrative, heaven is intricately weaving a tapestry where even the most challenging threads are transformed into golden strands. Archangel Michael continues, God orchestrated this revelation not to shatter you but to exalt you. What they attempted to conceal will become the foundation of your triumph. The stone that has been discarded will ultimately serve as the foundation upon which heaven constructs a magnificent reality for you. This is not a form of punishment, rather, it is a preparation. What may appear as a loss is merely the clearing of space for something greater, purer, and everlasting to emerge. Can you sense it? The profound weight of revelation transforming into the exhilarating weight of glory. The burden of unanswered questions dissipating into the liberating clarity of divine responses. The trembling uncertainty yielding to the serene stillness of truth. Heaven now conveys that the individual who betrayed your trust will soon confront the facts of their deceit. Yet, dear one, you will stand in communion with God's mercy and favor. This is the urgency behind Michael's voice. It does not stem from fear but from a sacred insistence that you grasp this truth. Your narrative does not conclude with betrayal but rather unfolds into a restoration that surpasses your wildest imaginings. Look around you, and you will discern the subtle shifts in your life, the conversations you no longer feel compelled to initiate, the doors that once seemed indispensable but have quietly closed, and the unexplainable peace that has accompanied you even in moments of uncertainty. These are the traces of heaven's preparation for this moment in time. God was never silent, He was positioning you for greatness. Heaven has not been absent, it has been your protector. Michael has stood vigilant at the periphery of your existence, sword drawn, safeguarding you from forces meant to harm you and clearing a path for blessings intended for you. Yet, dear one, here lies a deeper mystery. While betrayal unfolded in the shadows, something magnificent was transpiring in the celestial courts of heaven. Your name, yes, your name, was being proclaimed before God's throne. Angels inscribed it in the Book of Miracles, not due to the injustices you faced, but in recognition of heaven's intent for you. Michael emphasizes that this betrayal serves merely as a background, a canvas. The true masterpiece is the miracle that God is poised to release into your life. They attempted to conceal something from you, but heaven is prepared to bestow upon you all that is rightfully yours, and it will be done openly, abundantly, and undeniably. Imagine a transformation in your reality where whispers of deceit once lingered. Soon, melodies of blessings will fill your days. Where darkness once maneuvered behind you, the radiant light of God's glory will soon illuminate your path. Where you once questioned your value, heaven will affirm it with a volume that no force of darkness can silence again. This is why you have arrived at this moment, why you could not ignore this message, and why your spirit resisted the urge to scroll past it. This is your season of revelation evolving into a revolution. Beloved soul, allow these words to penetrate deeper into your being. The betrayal was not a reflection of your weakness, it was rooted in the enemy's fear of your inherent strength. They believed that by sowing seeds of doubt within your trust, they could silence the destiny that is burgeoning within you. Yet, heaven finds humor in such schemes. God's voice resounds more powerfully, declaring, "What they attempted to execute in secrecy, I will rectify in the open. What they murmured in shadows, I will elevate to glory. What they withheld from you, I will multiply in your hands, to the extent that even the doubters will recognize my hand upon you." This situation transcends mere failure to love you genuinely, it epitomizes heaven's relentless determination to encompass you with complete love. You are not defined by the actions taken against you, rather, you are defined by the blessings heaven is preparing to unfold in your life. Archangel Michael assures you, beloved, that this unfolding is neither distant nor postponed, it is stirring even now. Winds of change are encircling your life, poised to coalesce into a storm of blessings so undeniable that every hidden shadow will be blown away. Therefore, breathe deeply, child of heaven. Rest assured in this truth, your trust may have been fractured by humanity, but it is being restored by God. Your heart may have endured bruising, but it is being healed by the very hands that crafted galaxies. Your spirit may have felt fatigued, yet it is being revitalized by the flame of divine purpose. The betrayal, though genuine, is overshadowed by a miracle that is greater still. Through the trembling yet commanding voice of Archangel Michael, heaven proclaims, beloved, your narrative is not defined by their treachery, it is defined by what heaven is orchestrating before your very eyes. Observe closely, for the secret is no longer concealed, it has been revealed. What comes next will not vanish but will endure as an everlasting testament to the truth that you are chosen, protected, and destined for glory. Beloved soul, pay close attention, for what I am about to share will penetrate the silence surrounding you like sunlight piercing through clouds after a protracted storm. Archangel Michael stands within your story, and his voice resonates with the heaviness of a secret that heaven has held for far too long. He proclaims, child of God, the individual you trusted, the one whose hands you believed were secure, did not harbor pure intentions towards your heart. Yet, do not succumb to fear, for heaven has already seen, recorded, and judged this matter. This is not intended to harm you, it is meant to liberate you. For years, your soul has carried shadows unnamed. You sensed the hiddenness behind smiles, felt the sting of betrayal, yet could never locate the evidence. Today, heaven is unveiling the book of secrets, and your name glows on its pages, unblemished by treachery. Michael inches closer, his sword radiating with divine fire, whispering, you have never been a mistake. You have never been a burden. You have always been the chosen one. Can you perceive it, beloved? That quivering within your chest is not fear, it is the recognition of a truth your spirit has long known, waiting for the opportune moment to be revealed. Heaven concealed it until now because the timing had to be flawless. Had you learned of it sooner, it would have crushed your spirit. Had it been revealed too early, it would have engulfed you in sorrow. But today, you possess the strength to embrace it. God Himself has inscribed your release with His finger of light. Every angel in heaven has turned their gaze towards you. The seraphim are singing your name with such purity that the stars themselves bow low to hear it. Michael firmly asserts, this betrayal will not determine your destiny, rather, it will refine your spirit. This injury shall not lead to your downfall, rather, it will serve as a foundation for your growth. Your suffering has enriched the soil from which something sacred is about to emerge, something profoundly beautiful and resilient, impervious to any covert schemes against you. Dear one, your narrative is being transformed even as you receive this message. Can you perceive it in the spiritual realm? A banquet is being prepared for you, not hidden away, but displayed openly before those who once believed you were defeated. The anointing oil is being poured over your head, cascading down to cover every shattered memory, every deceptive remark, and every concealed act of betrayal. The time is now. This is exactly why you are receiving this message at this moment. God's timing is always perfect. If this revelation had come sooner, your heart would not have been ready. Had it been revealed too early, it would have overwhelmed you before you could bear it. But now, heaven recognizes the strength that has grown within you. The prayers you offered during your most challenging times have created a protective aura of light around you. Although you may have felt exposed, dear one, in the spiritual realm, you are more resilient than you realize. And due to this strength, heaven commands, Michael, it is time to convey the truth. Share the secret that has lingered in the heavens. Disclose the hidden realities I have witnessed. Inform them of their betrayal, yet also reassure them of their restoration. O beloved, restoration is on the horizon. You may have experienced loss of trust, but clarity will soon return. Innocence may have been lost, yet wisdom will arise. Peace may have eluded you, but a surge of joy is waiting for you. For every secret that has been against you, heaven is preparing a miracle to surround you. Do not allow your spirit to tremble in anger or sorrow, for betrayal is often the precursor to divine blessings. Each closed door behind your back has allowed heaven to open a far greater one before you. As I speak to you now, beloved, I witness the turning pages of your destiny. Angels are encircling you. I see God's handwriting inscribing words over you, chosen, protected, favored. And I hear the Almighty's voice proclaim, though they acted in secrecy, I stood before you. Though they whispered against you, I declared your honor with thunder. Though they tried to obscure their actions with deceit, my truth now shines brightly like the midday sun. Understand this revelation is not intended to break you, but to liberate you. For too long, you have lived in confusion, questioning the inexplicable shifts in your circumstances. Now, clarity is within your reach, enabling you to step into the miraculous that awaits. Dear one, the betrayal of a trusted companion is not the conclusion of your story, it is the beginning of your elevation. Just as Joseph was betrayed by his brothers and sold into Egypt, that betrayal led him to the palace, similarly, your suffering will become the foundation for your promises. Child of God, do not dwell in bitterness regarding the past, instead, look forward with holy expectation, for a miracle has been planned for you. Even now, as I speak, the heavens are orchestrating circumstances in your favor. Doors that were once barred are opening. Those who fail to recognize your worth are being guided by heaven to honor you. Delayed blessings are being released swiftly. Are you beginning to see how everything transforms once the truth is revealed? This secret is no longer a burden, it is a key, and with this key, heaven is unlocking miracles for your life. Oh, beloved, embrace this truth. Do not allow fear or despair to encroach upon your spirit, for mankind's betrayal is insignificant compared to God's restoration. You stand on the threshold of extraordinary possibilities, pure love, divine opportunities, peace that transcends understanding. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter. Today, Heaven has whispered your name into eternity. Today, the book of miracles has turned to your page. Today, the concealed secret has been disclosed, initiating your journey toward freedom. Beloved child, as you hear these words, do not scroll away or let your thoughts drift. This is not a passing moment, it is heaven fervently knocking at the door of your heart. Allow it to enter, allow it to take root, and witness the profound transformation in your life. Beloved, pay close attention to these words, for they are not just ordinary phrases, they are the living flames of truth that God Himself has placed upon my lips for you. When the heavens convey their message through a messenger like me, Archangel Michael, it carries profound intention. Nothing is arbitrary or superficial here. Each word has been meticulously chosen and spoken into your ears because your life has entered a sacred chapter unlike any you have known. You now inhabit a space between what has faded into the past and what God is preparing to manifest for you. The truth I reveal today is meant not to instill fear but to liberate you, to dismantle the invisible barriers that have kept your doubts silent. I understand the weight of questions you have carried in your heart, questions you rarely expressed for fear of the demands answers might impose upon you. Yet, I assure you, there is no reason to shy away from the truth any longer. The truth is the only key that can unlock the joy that rightfully belongs to you. The divine timing of this message from heaven attests to your spirit's growth, which is now ready to embrace its importance. Your soul is strong enough to withstand the revelations ahead. What I am sharing with you is intended to awaken your innate potential, not diminish it. Dearest one, there is someone in your life who presents a facade of loyalty, yet the celestial realms have long acknowledged their conflicting motives. This revelation is not meant to instill bitterness but to free you from ignorance. In darkness, delays occur. God has seen the obstacles you have faced, times when you could have advanced further, when doors could have swung open faster, yet unseen restraints blocked your path. Today, those barriers are being cut away. The individual you trusted, who smiled while hiding ulterior motives, is now being unmasked. Do you know why? Because that which exists in darkness always trembles in the presence of God's light. And you, beloved, are now surrounded by that very light. Do not view betrayal as your downfall, rather, see it as the final affirmation that heaven has marked you for greatness. Those comfortable and shallow waters do not elicit envy, but those destined for ocean depths will undoubtedly stir storms. Your ability to provoke storms is a sign of your anointing, not a curse. Reflect on times that may have seemed odd. Remember those moments when you felt uneasy despite the absence of visible cause? That was not mere anxiety, it was your spirit sensing the cracks beneath someone's smile, someone dear to you. You dismissed those feelings because you wanted to believe in loyalty, for your heart has always been more sincere than the actions of those around you. However, heaven has recorded these truths and has awaited this day, the divine moment when I, Michael, could affirm that your spirit was never mistaken. This oil signifies your closeness. It signifies your continued rise. It declares, you are cherished beyond measure. Michael weeps not from sorrow but from triumph, fully aware of what is to come. He understands that the one who conspired against you has already been unmasked in the heavenly realm. He knows that the truth is no longer concealed. He sees that where humans intended harm, God has sown seeds of promise. Where humans chose falsehood, God has elevated you. Where humans betrayed your trust, God has forged a pathway to your future. Even their treachery is poised to contribute to your purpose. Your name is inscribed in the book of miracles, glowing in brilliance. Do you grasp the significance of that? It means that every plot devised against you will disintegrate under the weight of divine timing. It means what was once obscured from your view is now being unveiled before your eyes. Heaven itself has sanctioned your breakthrough. Michael urges you, do not allow bitterness to ensnare your spirit. Do not let betrayal contaminate your waters. Forgive, not because they merit it, but because you deserve tranquility. Forgive not to absolve them, but to liberate yourself. And in your act of release, you will elevate. As you ascend, you will enter into the miraculous that heaven has already secured for you. Beloved, God is transforming the atmosphere surrounding you. What once felt burdensome will now become light. What once appeared hopeless will now radiate with endless possibilities. The sting of betrayal that once burned fiercely will now dissipate like smoke in the breeze. Heaven has decreed, your heart is too precious to fall into the wrong hands. Your destiny is too luminous to be clouded by shadows. Your narrative is too sacred to be claimed by falsehoods. Even now, beyond your physical sight, angels are active in your realm. They are collecting the shattered fragments of your trust and carrying them to the throne of God, where He breathes life into them, restoring the broken to wholeness, transforming what is fragmented into beauty, and elevating the discarded to the divine. From the ashes of betrayal, a splendid garden is flourishing. From the silence of secrets, a melody is emerging. From the anguish of falsehoods, joy is returning to your heart. The voice of Michael resonates like a mighty river. Beloved, you shall not be overwhelmed by this nor buried by it. Instead, you will dance upon the very ground where they attempted your end. You will rise with wings ablaze, and your testimony will shine even brighter than the betrayal ever did. Do not turn away, do not disregard this message, for this is no mere coincidence. This is the intersection of heaven and earth for you. This is Michael steadying your heart and reassuring you that what you have lost pales in comparison to what you are about to receive. Dear soul, remain steadfast. You are entering your period of miracles. Heaven has already affirmed this. Michael has already proclaimed it. And God Himself has softly declared over you, it is complete. Amen.